Now let's turn things over to meteorologist Juan Acuna for a full look at our forecast. And we started with chilly temperatures. Are they going to remain throughout today, Juan?
Absolutely. If you have those outdoor plans today, maybe want to do a little bit of some shopping, grab the jacket because you're certainly going to need it. As we look at conditions right now, we're holding on to 41 degrees early this morning. This is out at Corpus Christi International. Just a couple of clouds out there. But that wind, it was pretty windy overnight. I heard that rattling in the windows in the overnight hours. But right now that wind continues to come down northwest at 8 miles per hour. So it feels like 36 out there with the dew points. Wow, only into the 30s. So lots of dry air has filtered into the coastal bend. So as we take a look at the weather story, it's going to be a sunny, chilly, and very dry day today, especially compared to yesterday. If you were thinking yesterday was fantastic with those temperatures in the 80s, it's going to be a complete turnaround for today. The clouds, though, with the sunshine we're going to have this afternoon, those will start to fill back in for tonight. And we also will look at the opportunity mainly along the coastal areas. I'm not thinking at all for the inland regions, but we could pick up a few little sprinkles by early tomorrow morning. And the reason for that is because there's another frontal boundary that's going to be coming into our area that'll be in the region by tomorrow evening. In fact, by 10 o'clock tomorrow, yet another front is going to be pushing through. Temperatures across the region. Again, we're at 41 here. Our water temperature out at the Packery Channel is into the lower 60s. Our friends up in Beeville at 39 there, 43 out in Orange Grove as this cool and dry air continues to filter on into the coastal bend. Compared to 24 hours ago, yesterday morning, if you woke up, it is feeling a little humid out there. It's just completely gone. 24-hour temperature changes are anywhere between 25 up to 31 degrees colder than what they were yesterday morning. There are the winds across the region right now. Still a little brisk along the coastline, but the inland parts of the coastal bend, not too bad. But with that little bit of wind, everyone is feeling like they're into the mid to upper 30s. Once again, don't forget the jacket. Dew points right there are into the lower 30s. And as we look at your hour-by-hour forecast for today, by 11 o'clock, we'll be into those lower 50s. And notice those winds, they start to come down just a little bit, staying at about 5 to 10 miles an hour through much of the afternoon. But we don't do any better than the upper 50s later on this afternoon. We will continue to have a small craft advisory for the boaters and mariners, so use caution. The bays will be choppy to rough, but they will be improving, and the seas about 5 to 7 feet. As far as today's pollen count, no grass, no tree, no mold, but we are picking up low counts of ragweed. Right now the clouds are continuing to dissipate across the area. That's courtesy of high pressure, but there are frontal boundaries off to the west of us. That's going to continue pushing into the region, and the upper level support is there for that. So as we look at it here on the weather pattern going into the next several days, notice as we go into this afternoon, the cloud coverage starts to come back. There's that small little chance of a sprinkle, and then by 3 o'clock, still looking at a healthy amount of some clouds, more sunshine inland. But once that frontal boundary pushes through, that small opportunity for a shower or two just goes right along with it. So as we look at our 7-day forecast, 58 for today, 46 and 74 tomorrow out ahead of that front. Once the front passes by, we have cold mornings ahead, back into the 60s, and we warm up slightly on Friday ahead of our next front that arrives Saturday on midday. Paulo.
All right, Juan, thank you for that. Well, after the break, we continue our 12 Scams of Christmas series, and why that travel deal that looks too good to be true probably is. Plus, find out the deadlines to ship those Christmas gifts to ensure they make it to their deadlines, or destinations rather, on time. Details when Sunrise returns. Well, good Monday morning, everyone. Thanks for getting up and starting your morning with us here on Sunrise. Well, this morning we continue our series on the 12 Scams of Christmas as Mallory Sofaste reports scammers are looking to cash in on your desire for that adventure.
You know the saying, if it's too good to be true, it probably is. But right now, it can be harder to tell. With the travel industry trying to rebound from the pandemic, there are a ton of deals, but not all deliver what's promised.
For those dreaming of a tropical getaway or escaping anywhere outside your home, these ads are very enticing. Elvin Price wasn't looking, but thought he'd come across a great deal.
I received a random phone call from a company travel agency that was looking to sell a package, and this vacation package could be used within 5 years. and you could select from a number of different locations.
The trip for 4 included everything, so he bought it for just $700. Then he tried making a reservation.
I just received an email about a month and a half ago saying that the company that I bought the vacation package from is out of business.
A reservation specialist claiming to be with a different company said they were taking over for Resort Go International, and if he wanted to move forward, he'd have to send an additional $349 within 24 hours and to the same billing name.
They're claiming that they're out of business, but they're still in business to take more of my money. But they're out of business for carrying out their end of the contract.
With any travel offer, look for reviews and ask for references. Never wire any money or use a prepaid debit card. With these forms of payment, you have no way of getting money back. And dig into the company, their address, phone number, social media sites, images on their website, odd language, or spelling errors. And Elvin doesn't recommend buying from anyone who contacts you without reaching out to them first. To this day, he said he continues to get phone calls.
A similar company trying to sell me a similar vacation package for around the same amount of money. So they're relentlessly hitting up my phone. And so I assume they're probably making these calls to other people too.
I called and emailed the company. They hung up on me and didn't respond. Elvin filed a claim with his bank, but he hasn't heard yet if he'll be reimbursed. With your 12 scams of Christmas, I'm Mallory Safaste.
Yeah, don't we all we just hate those robocalls. But the U.S. Postal Service and several retailers, well, they urge you to place your orders soon if you want to get those gifts to arrive on time for the holidays. USA Today reports that the Postal Service is busy with packages and they're short on employees as they try to process packages during the pandemic. They advise placing your ground orders by Tuesday. That's tomorrow.